What is up, guys? This is Induced Rhino here, finally back for another commentary in Forza Horizon 3. I do say this all the time, haven't been able to upload a lot of videos, and sorry I only got one out of the previous car pack. Like I said, that was because of private reasons, but I can assure you there will be more coming out in this car pack. And to start it off, I wanted to make my first video on probably one of my most anticipated cars of all time to be added. That is the brand new number 1 hybrid, the Bmw I8. Well, not really the number 1 hybrid, the Prius is. But you know what I mean. I've been waiting for this car for so long, since back when Forza Horizon 2 was out, and back when I watched Jeremy Clarkson's review on it. I fell in love with this thing. Though, people are saying that this is a bit of a disappointment. And maybe it is. Like, I've driven it, it's not perfect, but I really like it. But I'm going to see right now if we can make it even better. Turning it into rear-wheel drive and giving it a drift build. So the only problem doing that is that this thing has to be all-wheel drive, as there are 2 motors. You have the electric motor powering the front wheels, and of course the famous tiny 1.5 litre turbocharged 3-cylinder gasoline engine powering the rear. That is just, it's such a small engine, guys. Like, Viper's humongous engine would pulverize it. Anyway, taking a look at the stats. We got a speed of 7.4, nearly 6.9, which is a little disappointing how it's lower than the speed, but I guess that's normal for 4-wheel drive cars. Acceleration of 8.3, launch of 9.6, which is not bad for a 4-wheel drive car with an electric motor powering one of the wheels, and a braking of 7.7, which is also decent. So, I don't intend on improving the speed too much. I just mostly intend on more worried about the drivetrain, converting it from 4-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive. Alright. So, wait, we could do an engine swap. But no, we'll just keep it like that. So when we convert to rear-wheel drive, does that basically mean that, we add a bumper, a wing? Yeah, why not? So when we convert to rear-wheel drive, does that mean we only have the tiny petrol motor working and not the electric motor? So that probably means we've decreased the power, because in hybrid mode the 2 motors work together to form 359 horsepower, which doesn't seem like a lot, and was actually a bit disappointing for me, because when I first saw the concept of this car, I thought that it just looked as fast as a oh wait, sorry. It looked like it would go as fast as a Lamborghini Huracan or a McLaren 675 or even a Ferrari F12, but it really doesn't. It's like the Acura NSX. I thought that would be fast too, but it's actually like a tiny bit slower than this, which I actually find very weird, considering that the new NSX features a much bigger 500 horsepower V6, so more power than this, though it does get from 0 to 60 miles per hour quicker than this, but still, it's very weird. I don't really know much about hybrids, because I'm not a big fan of hybrids, but this one I really like. But, yeah, it is a bit disappointing how the speed of this, in its stock, is about not too much different to the speed of a normal M-powered BMW. Except the M6, because that's faster than this. And the M2. Okay, so we'll just fully upgrade everything in the engine, and how much power do we have? 460 kilowatts and 802 Newton meters of torque. So that is a fair bit better than what it used to be. Right, so let's install this. I don't care how much it costs, I just hope it's worth it. Like one time I tried doing a build on the Ferrari Barchetta, and it was terrible. 1 or 2 out of 10, the drifting. Because now I guess I'm going to start reviewing drift cars or rally cars to see how well they go. And now it's time for the tuning. My least favourite part. So yeah, to start off I might have more pressure on the rear than the front, as this is rear wheel drive now, and we've just got no more electric motor at the front. So 2.4 for the rear, and yeah, maybe 2.3 for the front. Hasn't changed the speed or acceleration at all. Anyway, it doesn't matter if it did a little bit. Alright, so gearing. It's actually one of my only favorite parts of tuning, because this is probably the most important when you're making a drag or drift car, or especially the most important when you're making a drag car, but quite important when you're making a drift, because the lower they are, the lower they are, the longer it'll take to shift. Because I hate cars that have more acceleration, but they just overshift. I hate cars that overshift. I cannot stand it, and it'll handle badly. But I don't imagine this is going to handle very well like that Sylvia we did, or that RX-7 Savannah, because we've just turned a hybrid into a petrol car. Alright, so we better make the front about 35.8. Yeah, of course. Why is it they don't let us do some of these? Won't let us do the front for the aero, and they won't let us do damping. Alright, differential. Okay, that'll do. That wasn't so bad. So yeah, it's finally time to take this thing out onto the road. Alright, yeah, I can already see a bit of overshifting for me. Like, it overshifts at first and second gear, sort of at the third gear, but then at the fourth, it undershifts. Sort of. Well, not too bad undershifts, but shifts a lot slower than it does on the first and second gear. So I'll just fix that up a little bit. So, you guys are probably wondering why I don't play Forza as much, don't make Forza videos, and why I'm starting to, like, maybe I upload that Battlefield 1 video. Well, I'm starting to, well, I've been playing more games lately, Battlefield 1, Overwatch, and Rainbow Six Siege, and that's what's got me considering starting a new YouTube channel. But I don't intend on stopping this. I need to keep Forza going. Like, I'm starting to collaborate with other YouTubers, TrisGV, Ferrari Nitro, yeah. Actually, I am working on a video where I did a race with Ferrari Nitro, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so drift around the sharp corner. I suck at drifting around corners like that. But I don't know how many people would be good at it. Alright, so already I'm noticing that it's hard to control this thing when going down the straights at 150 kilometers or less. But yeah, it's not a bad drifter. It's wanting to drift, definitely. Like the RX-7 Savannah that I did, but at least that was easier to control, especially when driving in a driving straight in a continuous velocity. But this is a bit harder, on the other hand, so that is a bit disappointing. I might just buy another i8 to just keep in its stock, but not to say this is bad. This is definitely, I'm already experiencing some fun. It's just going to take me more time to get used to this thing, like it did in the 1997 M3 from Forza Horizon 2, and even when I upgraded in Forza Horizon 3, it still took me time to get used to that. Both because I hadn't drifted the 97 M3 in Forza Horizon. Oh, great, we just spun out. Either because I hadn't played Forza Horizon 2 hardly ever as much, due to Forza Motorsport 6 and Forza Horizon 3. I'd never driven the 97 M3 in a while, and also because it proves that the drifting physics in this game feel different to the drifting physics. Why do I always do that, drive on the wrong side? Is it because I'm still getting confused, or that car that was in my way? Okay, so this thing is going very fast. It is a fast car despite its lack of power. Alright, so I'm just trying to look at the spot where I drifted with the Sylvia and the RX-7, and here we are. We'll fast travel there and begin some real drifting. Yeah, I was right, this is the spot we did, where we drifted the Nissan Sylvia and the Mazda RX-7 Savannah, which then became one of my new favorite drift spots thanks to that video, and thanks to those cars, because those were awesome. But I'm just not seeing that awesomeness in this thing yet. But I might here, you never know. Okay. Getting some wheel spin. It's pretty good. Oh, and then the Raptor got in my way. gosh. What's with all this traffic? Seriously, I feel like in every up... you kidding me? I'm sorry, I have to rewind that. Probably didn't rewind enough. I'm sorry, guys. I just feel in every update, the game has added more and more traffic. And more driver tasks. Well, no, I think it's because of you. Does that mean more driver tasks every time you add more friends who play this game? Or more people in your festival? I don't know. When this game first got announced, I was a little bit confused with the mechanics. Your own Horizon Festival, I thought that would mean you create your own races, set your own waypoints, checkpoints. But that's the only thing that disappointed me in this game. But it's still really good. It's still really good. Alright, so is this the corner we take to get to the drift zone? Yeah, it is. So I can't remember how many points we got in both cars. I'd have to check the video. But I think it was about over 50,000. So that was awesome. That's why Japanese drifters are the best, and I'm thinking of... Oh, get up. Just like I said, mentioned that before about the traffic. Come on, like, you can't control what lane you're in. You can't always control what lane you're in when you're drifting, especially in this car. Oh, I remember doing a big, long, massive drift around this corner in the Sylvia, the 1998 Sylvia. I didn't do it in this, either because I suck or the car sucks. Nah, the car doesn't suck, I suck. Alright, so we got 35,000 points. Not bad. But I know we could have done a bit better. But instead of going through that again reverse, I'm just now tempted to move to my other favorite drift zone, Byron Bay. Because that's probably now my second favorite. But this is my favorite, Byron Bay. Alright, so we'll fast travel there, and then we'll go around there once or twice, and then I can give my final verdict of this car as a drift car. Not as a car in general. Because as a car in general, it's stock, it's an 8 out of 10. Definitely. But what is it as a drift car? Definitely not a 10 out of 10. Not even a 9 out of 10. Like what the Sylvia and Mazda RX-7 was. I couldn't decide what was the best out of those two. They both had their own pros, and they both had their own cons. This one I feel has more cons than pros. More cons than the amount of cons that the Sylvia and the RX-7 had. Because I remember the Sylvia's con was the RX-7's pro. That probably didn't make no sense. What I'm saying is the Sylvia, it was a bit harder to start the drift, but easier to control it. Whereas in the RX-7, it was easier to start the drift, but a little bit harder to control it. Yeah, I probably said the wrong word before. Alright, let's just go through that again, and then keep driving. And then, instead of taking that turn and doing it again, I'll just keep driving while I give my final verdict. Yeah, I just need to go through it one more time. We got about 54,000 points, so we got 3 stars, so that was pretty good. Though it's not my best around here. I got like 84,000 in the RX-7 Savannah. I don't know... Yeah, it was the RX-7 Savannah. I still love that thing. And I'm thinking of doing another drift build on the 1987 R31 Skyline, because I remember doing a drift build on the R32 Skyline, Forza Horizon 2, and I loved it. Don't know which I love more, the R32 or the R34. But, we'll see. I haven't even checked yet if it's got its own drift kit, like the Sylvia and RX-7 Savannah did. And sorry if you can hear background noise, by the way. You just lost those points. Are you kidding me? I'm such an idiot. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I guess that's enough doing that drift spot. I think we've had sort of enough drifting. I'm still not fully used to this. Usually I'd become completely used to it at the very end of the video. But I'm still not used to it. So this is a harder car to drift. If you don't like drifting, then stay the hell away from this car when it's in this build. Or just buy this car, definitely, but don't build it up. It's even a decent drifter when it's in stock. Though, I still think it's a better drifter when it's in its build. Wait, why are we going this way again? I wasn't meant to go this way again, guys. Oh well, I guess we'll do it one more time before I give my final verdict. Because I said, not quite used to it. Will this get me used to it? Probably not. Only 15 points like after the first corner, which usually would get a lot of points around. Yeah, if I had been in the RX-7, I would have sustained that drift even more. That's why that car's a significantly better drifter than this I've already spotted. But you just... no way you can compare the RX-7 to the i8. One's German and the other's Japanese. One's old, one's new. One's a hybrid, one's not. One has a rotary, one doesn't. This has the tiny little 3-cylinder. Alright, so my final verdict of this, I think I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. Yeah, so good, but not great. Definitely not perfect. Its pros, it's easy to start a drift, and depending on what corner, unlike the more 45-50 degree corners, it can be really fun, but at more 70 degree, 80 degree corners, and you could, and I don't imagine it'd be easy to drift around 90 degree corners, and because it can spin out a bit. And this is a hybrid, like we're drifting a hybrid. Nah, that's not a problem. We've converted a hybrid into a petrol. I should put that in the title. But anyway, that pretty much wraps up the video, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, as well as subscribing, and don't forget to leave a comment. I think comments help me. I think comments give me more support than subscribers, as you're telling me what you think of the videos, so don't forget to do that. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.